Welcome to the Perfect Movie Podcast, the podcast where we
do tier lists.
Do tier lists?
Who are these guys? Are they YouTubers?
What? All right, so gang, today is a long-awaited episode. Those who know, and those who don't, we don't care about them. We are finally clearing up the Purgatory list.
Oh my gosh, after so long.
So if you're new here, and you can also follow along on YouTube, we will be uploading a video where it shows us as we rank our tiers. No video on us yet, but I think that will be coming soon. So Kalen, I think this is a good time to just kind of remind people what the Purgatory list is. So we have the Perfect Movie list.
Yes. And
that is where we, kind of our Hall of Fame, where we induct various movies. We have about 40 movies on the Perfect Movie list right now.
Yes.
And then we have about 15 that we put in Perfect Movie Purgatory. This is where we kind of just put off making that final judgment.
Yeah, they didn't quite get the perfect mark, but they were not bad enough to not be put on the list either. Yeah. So it's like, we needed something in between. Perfect Movie Purgatory had a nice ring to it. So we're like, yeah, we'll make an extra class.
There might have been a little division between the two of us. Sometimes I think it was we just seen it and we wanted to think about it for a while.
Yeah.
We just needed to come back and come around. There's different hang-ups, and
as you'll see as we go on, there's certain movies that were like, I'm thinking Dune 2. We were fresh out the theater when we reviewed that one.
Correct.
So, yeah.
So our full Perfect Movie list you can find. I always have our letterbox linked in the description, and on my letterbox I've been keeping a full list of our perfect movies. I think we just ran them down an episode or two ago, so I'm not going to do that. But the actual number's 40, and then we have 15 Purgatory movies, and I'm going to run through our Purgatory movies real quick. Hereditary. And also for each of these movies, we have an episode covering them.
Yes.
Everything Everywhere All at Once. Dune Part 2. The King of Comedy. Men. Shawshank Redemption. The Lego Movie. Casino. Inside Llewyn Davis. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The Banshees of Inisherin. Talk to Me. I think that was another fresh out the theater review. Annihilation. And Spirited Away. And then we have our tier list. If you're not following on YouTube, we have P at the top for perfect, and then A, B, C, and D.
A for ass, B for balls.
C for cock, D for dick.
It's a great list right there.
We did it. A for anus, B for butts. C for bleep. C for things that I could say in Australia, things I could say in Ireland. Things I could say in Scotland.
Just
but in America?
Think Billy Butcher from The Boys and his famous tagline.
Yeah, what would he do? WWBBD.
All right, so first up, we have Hereditary. Ooh, written and directed by Ari Aster. This one is going to be kind of a difficult one. Michael, what do you think of Hereditary?
So, I like it a lot. It's a really great film. I don't really remember what our hang-up was that it wasn't quite making the perfect movie list.
I feel like it has to do with watchability.
It's a tough watch.
Yes, it is not a good time by any means.
Certified bad times.
And that's the thing. It's like we kind of judge our perfect movies based on that feeling we get with a film and how it can kind of be like a timeless kind of thing where it's like I can go back to this continuously. Like we have specific movies we watch during Halloween time.
Sure.
Hereditary is not one of those.
No.
Even though it's a fantastic horror film and it's probably a modern classic at this point. But I can't see myself going back to this constantly. I was tempted to watch it semi-recently, and I couldn't find the mood for it, you know?
Yeah, I've watched it like twice in my life, and I'm probably not going to watch it again for a while. But I don't know, is that the bar that we want to set? Because some movies are just not rewatchable.
And that's not really a fair way to judge a film.
Like, I'm not going to be spinning like Amistad.
Right.
You know? That doesn't mean it's not a good movie.
So let's break it down a little bit more then. So I'm thinking technically, from a technical aspect of the film, it's gorgeous. The whole film is so incredibly eerie, and you have this like such a cold feeling to it. When there's like scenes in the dark, it's fucking dark, man. I'm thinking specifically the scene that really brought chills to me when I first watched it is when the son wakes up in the middle of the night, and this is towards the end of the film. Spoiler alerts for Hereditary.
And every movie
we're covering. We have episodes if you want to go back and watch. But the mother is crawling on the walls, and you can barely see her, and it's just pitch black, and all you see really is the light coming in from the window.
Yes.
Great scene. And so technically, the film is a masterpiece, I would say. Yeah.
Technically, it's a masterpiece. As far as acting, a lot of great performances. We have Gabriel Byrne as the father, who's really kind of like the steadfast rock that is kind of just trying to weather the waves of the mother kind of spinning apart mentally. And as we find out, the curse that has really cursed their whole family, that's started from grandmother, who we never meet, who dies as sort of the kickoff of the movie. Toni Collette, who is a woman that's
fantastic.
She's one of the best actresses. We've been talking about, as we continue doing tier maker lists, maybe doing actress lists. If we're putting a ranking on Toni Collette as an actress, like S tier, A tier, something like that.
And she gave an incredible performance in this film. She's definitely the most memorable aspect of the movie. I mean, she's basically the protagonist. But
what's funny is I'm kind of the opposite of you. The horror part is good, but I think it's the family drama that gets me.
Yeah.
Like her yelling at her son at the dinner table. Like, don't you fucking look at me like that with those hateful eyes, you little shit. Like, the way she just reams him out at the dinner table.
It felt too real.
Yeah.
And you almost want to turn away. You don't want to keep watching because it makes you uncomfortable.
Yes, it's like sitting in on family drama. Like it just
It's like, should I be watching this?
Those VR commercials where you're like inside whatever you're experiencing.
Yeah,
I want you just digitally edited as like the fifth chair at that table.
Just to put your VR headset and you can move around.
There's like the dead silence, and we just hear you pull your vape.
Ooh, it's minty. But go on, please.
As you are. So I think the only part that I don't love of the movie is like actually the last 10 minutes, really unveiling like this cult, and everything becomes literal.
Yeah.
Then, and it's not like it's all about this demon payment that is cursed this family, and that the grandmother was.
The presence of the grandmother is kind of felt throughout the film. It adds more of the mystique to like what is actually going on with this family. I think I remember one of the gripes that we had, or one of the complaints, was about Millie Shapiro, who plays the daughter in this film, and how she kind of has an interesting face, and she's on all the covers of the film, and she's creepy looking. You know, it'll be the nicest I can be.
Is that the nicest you can be?
No, it's not.
I think the Minnesotan way to put that is she has an interesting face.
She's an odd fellow, I will say that. But
kind of funny looking.
Kind of funny looking there. But I kind of didn't like how it kind of seemed like, you know, you think about older films and how they kind of treated people.
Kind of a bring out the freaks type of situation.
Yeah, I didn't really like how that was handled, and I felt like they could have been a little bit more tasteful with that, but I get it. You know, she also has a great performance in the movie as well. But I just feel like she's going to be typecast. Mm-hmm. And I haven't really seen her in anything else.
Yeah, or not cast.
Or not cast at all. And so that's kind of an interesting conundrum we have there.
Is she giving a bit of Bella Ramsey?
I don't think. See, that's where we're going back to. Now it's like you see all the shit that Bella's getting, and it's like, it's disgusting and borderline just cruel, you know? And so I feel like you're kind of opening the door for that kind of hate to come through when you, I don't know. But then she's got to work too. So, you know, I don't know. It's a tough line. It's a tough one.
It's a tough line to walk. And I just also want to shout out Alex Wolff, who plays the son. He's incredible. He's really going through it for a lot of the second half of the movie. He's kind of like our primary character, along with the mother. Alex Wolff was one of the boy crushers that Christopher Nolan inducted into being an Oppenheimer.
Oh, Christopher.
He's also in A Quiet Place Day One. He's in Pig with Nick Cage. He's a pretty good actor.
He's been in a bunch of stuff recently.
He's kind of a nice up-and-comer.
I saw him like in a video with Billie Eilish recently, and they were like having like a little back and forth thing. It was interesting.
Does she date her brother?
Maybe. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you
either. That's just a thing I've heard.
Interesting.
I don't think it's actually
so
true.
I honestly, I feel like if we are going to land on a spot in the tier,
so let's clarify, if we put it in the P list,
P is perfect.
It's going to be up
and put on the list.
Yes. I think this is an A or a B.
I'm leaning towards A. I think that as far as a horror film goes, it's one of the best out there. It's definitely a mood piece. So
I think it's incredible. I think it mostly just doesn't hit the personal part of the perfect movie list where we both just love the movie so much that we want to put it on there.
Oh, I remember a gripe. Remember the flies scene with the flies everywhere? With the digitally altered
digital flies? Yeah.
Where it was just like an overlay. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
That was like such an odd... I guess it was because the scene is dark.
Yeah.
And you have to show that there's flies somehow. I mean... You could probably do that by just having the sound of flies, but I don't know. I'm not a filmmaker.
And then Ari Aster went on to make Beau is Afraid, which is just
terrible.
If you thought Hereditary was too much, just you wait. Tack another hour on and make it make less sense.
I know we want to get to Midsummer eventually. I think we've talked about this. Maybe we'll do it in Midsummer. But yeah, as far as Ari Aster goes, he's a competent director.
Ari Aster.
Put him in A tier. Looking good up there, buddy.
Nice job. Not quite on the perfect movie list.
Yes, and we should say that once we put them on a different tier other than P, they will not be anywhere on any list ever.
They're done.
Get them
We're
out
cleaning out the list. So Hereditary, this was your last shot. I'm sorry, but you guys are still great. We still appreciate you.
We still like you.
You just didn't quite medal. You know the meme where there's like the gold, silver, and bronze medal, and then there's the fourth guy spraying him in the face with champagne.
Yeah. That's it.
Go ahead, Hereditary. Spray yourself in the face with champagne. We still love you. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, starring Michelle Yeoh, Ke Huy Quan, Academy Award winner, Activia lady.
Oh, yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis, everybody. Just in case you didn't get that
The mom from Freaky Friday. And Freakier Friday. The sequel that's coming straight to Netflix soon.
And, of course, what is that movie called? Was it Easter?
Easter, the famous slasher.
Easter. Okay.
Easter 4, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Easter 5, Michael Myers Returns.
Jesus Returns.
Jesus Returns. And
Busta
Rhymes fights Jesus in that movie? Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker.
Okay. Everywhere. Whoa. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is... Number one, a mouthful, right? Mm-hmm. That could be a gripe. Right?
Surprise Academy Award winner.
The movie's a banger, man.
I will say, I actually watched most of this movie just the other day, like 2 days ago. I was not as in love with it the second time around.
Really? Because I think I loved it the second time I watched it. I wasn't in love with it the first time, but the second time got me, and I think I teared up at the end.
The end, I think I didn't make it to the end. It was just, I started it late and went to bed. The family stuff works for me. I'm almost too distracted by all the fights and all the multiversal shit.
It's a lot.
And if I was going to pick one Matrix ripoff to put on the perfect movie list, I might put the Lego movie before I put Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Not Spider-Man Far From No Way Home?
Spider-Man... There's 3 of us now. Oops, all Spider-Man.
Okay, so this movie came out at an interesting time because it was at the end of like the Marvel multiverse thing, and I was getting fatigued by it. But this came out and it was interesting, and it did its own thing. It had no ties to any big franchise or anything. That was a breath of fresh air. I will say that because it gave it creative liberty.
All the most original people online said, hey, they did multiverses better than Marvel.
Yeah.
They went further. Like, I think this actually came out right after Doctor Strange in the Multiverse.
I think
of
so.
Madness.
Yeah, and that was like the last true multiverse movie.
And everyone went like, there was like hardly any multiverses. There was a pizza ball
And
one.
they had sausage fingers.
There was the one with Bruce Campbell and the guy from The Office.
But I just think that the movie has so much heart. The cast is phenomenal. I love that Ki Kwan is back doing his thing, and he's awesome.
It's about family.
It is about family. It's a film very much so about family.
And that's what's important about it.
Yes.
As the late Carrie Fisher once said.
Yes.
About the rise of Skywalker.
As she scooped a line of like a big thing of Coke into her fingernail. And,
I don't think she was doing that in old age.
oh.
That was a Return of the Jedi type
True.
beat.
True.
Like, you make me wear this fucking bikini for how many days, George?
You gotta have a big slug monster lick me. R.I.P. Carrie Fisher. Ki Kwan, he is best known as Short Round from the Indiana Jones films. He was off the radar for like 30, 40 years, and then he came back for this film. And now he's a household name again, and he's getting a lot of work, and it's great to see, and I love to see that.
Yeah, and he poignantly said that he like kind of quit acting and got into more of the background. He did a lot of work with like action choreography into the future, but because the lack of like good roles for young Asian men and older children, like he was also in the Goonies soon after this. Yeah. But once he kind of grew into adulthood, he saw his opportunities kind of dry up.
Would you say this movie is the Asian Black Panther?
You know, a lot of people are saying. A lot of people are saying this is my Black Panther.
Yeah, seriously. And then you have Michelle Yeoh, she's awesome, and everybody knows who she is. Great choreographer, just an absolute star, and she's fantastic in this as well. Her daughter was a little hit or miss sometimes. I wasn't really feeling her character every once in a while, especially when like she turned into the villain.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, I don't know. It was a little strange. But again, this movie lives up to its name.
You cannot accuse this movie of doing anything but the most.
Right.
And she's doing the most. But I think that's what's asked of her.
And they go so off the rails. Like my favorite bit is the ratatouille thing where they do a raccoon as Ratatouille underneath the chef's hat or whatever. That's great. That's fun. There's just so much in this film.
I actually think my favorite bit, which is going to be unfortunate because I was never able to like clip it because it's all in Mandarin, but it's in the actress universe when the Ki Kwan is just smoking cigarettes and they're talking about how they never would have worked out because in that universe they were lovers as like teens and then separated through all the adulthood. Yeah, like that's the best part, and he's doing his whole speech about like. Whenever I would like turn the other cheek or like not speak up for myself, like you always thought that was my weakness, but that was my strength.
Right.
Like that was maybe the part that sticks with me the most of that film.
The part that sticks with me the most and it makes me like tear up is when they're just rocks for whatever reason.
They're rocks by the ocean.
And it's just like, let's just sit here and be rocks. And I'm like, I want to be a rock.
I could be a rock right now. I would love to.
The Rock is always a rock.
And he's also Black Adam. And he's in the new Safdie Brothers movie where he plays an MMA fighter. Did you see that trailer?
I saw the trailer for that.
He's really
pull up a picture of what
The Rock
looks like.
The Rock in the Safdie Brothers movie. Do you remember what it's called?
I don't.
But
it's like The Rock's like he's trying to do
the Smashing Machine, which the porn parody titles like we don't even have to change it. Oh yeah.
I mean, pretty spot on to the real guy. This is definitely like The Rock's like he's trying to do a more serious role.
I'm going to be a capital A actor, and I think he has it in him.
Oh, for sure. I think his ego gets in the way most of the time, and
his desire to be a brand.
Yeah.
I think is his main downfall.
We'll see if he holds up a bottle of tequila in this film, but
he is the most successful actor.
He's the highest paid actor.
At least he was. Which is so ironic.
It feels criminal.
Because he never makes a good movie.
No.
He's also with Alex Wolff in Jumanji.
Yeah.
The reboot.
I think what I hate the most is how he was trying to do marketing for Red Ones, and he said something about how he took inspiration from, which was it, Oppenheimer?
He's like, I watched Oppenheimer, and
It really got me excited for Red
IMAX.
Ones.
And I thought, this is the technology we could use to show up my
My Santa Claus movie.
My favorite Oppenheimer thing. Did you see Al Pacino give the Oscar for Oppenheimer? Because it was so funny.
Didn't.
So the man can do nothing normal in his life. And Al Pacino ambles out, and everybody's like, "Yeah, it's Al, let's go!" And everybody's cheering for him as he goes to announce the Best Picture. And he opens up the thing, and we're a couple years removed from the whole Moonlight fiasco.
Yeah.
So like everybody's on edge. And he opens the letter and he stares at it for a very pregnant second and he goes, "My I see Oppenheimer." And everybody just sits still for a minute and is like, What? And then everybody realized what he said.
He's like, "Wait, Al, just calm down. Hoo-ah! Let's try it again."
"My eyes see Oppenheimer."
He's a strange guy. All right, Uncle Al, come on. Get him off the stage, guys.
And then soon after that, I saw some news that like how a miracle it was that he was having a baby at the age of 78 or whatever. And
my God.
And I think when he's, at the hospital, he's going to be like, "My eyes see baby." But the question is, do your eyes see everything everywhere all at once?
I see it also going in A tier.
A tier?
Yes.
I think I agree. It touches me and I like it a lot, but I don't love it and I find it annoying sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of the comedy didn't really work for me.
Yeah,
it's really slapstick, and I think that was part of the issue.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing where like the bit was where they have to have some kind of trinket to jump back and forth between realities.
They have to do something so unlikely.
Yes. So the one guy had like a dildo. He was
Yeah.
trying to jump on it. Like that was kind of funny, but I was like, all right, we're going so off the rails here. And
I mean, you can tell it's from the directors of Swiss Army Man.
yeah, for sure.
Which is a movie all about a body doing weird things.
Yeah, which is fine. I think there's a time and place for that. It just didn't really work for me, I would say. But
I think A tier is good. I don't want it on the perfect movie list. It's not among my faves.
cool. Shall we move on?
To Dune Part 2.
Oh, man.
Put it on there.
It's going on. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
It is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
The only reason we didn't put it on there is we were fresh out of the theater, and I think we wanted to think
We
about
wanted to digest because it was such a, I don't know, man. It was just one of those experiences you'll never have again.
It was a movie that I needed to go back 48 hours later just because I couldn't, I needed to wash it out of my mind.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't going to stop marinating and thinking about it until I watched it that second time.
We had probably one of our favorite movie-going experiences when we saw this movie.
Yeah, that and Mad Max
Mad
number
Max
1,
Fury Road, yeah.
This number 2.
The sound design was insane. I'm getting like chills thinking about it. My favorite scene is when they're taking down the spice carriers or whatever the Harkonnens had.
Yeah.
And that minigun that they had on the helicopter, I was feeling that shit in my chest. And it was like, obviously it didn't hit the same when I watched it at home just because I don't have a theater sound system. But the film is amazing. There's really not much you can
I
complain
thought you were
about.
going to say, certainly, because this is the most base-rattling moment of the movie, is the first worm ride.
Oh, yeah. My heart dropped in that
Because
scene.
it's just, it felt like I felt like I could see the speakers just rattling
Yeah.
on the side of like the peripherals of my vision.
Absolutely.
Because everything is so intense and loud and growly and low at that time.
And this movie really sparked my interest for Dune, the universe of Dune. And I'm like, it's more interesting than Star Wars, guys. I'm sorry. It is. It's the original Star Wars, if we're really thinking about it. It's so dense and like the lore, and it reminded me of the first time I watched Lord of the Rings, and I mentioned that in my Letterboxd review of this film. It just gave me that feeling where this world feels alive, and like there's so much history between these different houses, and then the planet of Arrakis. And Timothée Chalamet, probably his best performance of his career so far.
We've made a joke of saying his name wrong. It's Chalamet.
Is it
It's Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet?
Let's give him his props this one time.
Timothy Twink?
No, I was gonna say his scene where he kind of takes over for all the not Harkonians.
The
what are the Sand People? Stilgar.
Somebody needs to edit that in when they're cheering for him.
He charges in and he's like, if you want to speak at the table, you must challenge a warrior and return his water to the well. And he's like, I chose the way. I'm like, damn, Timothy.
And he was like standing 10 toes. He was like, whoever wants it, come get it, buddy.
He's like, I saw a vision, and the original name of this planet is Doom.
He pointed to some guy and he was like reading his mind. He was like, something you shed water for fallen soldiers every night or something, and that means he was crying or whatever. Great performance. I didn't know he could yell like that. That's my thing. I didn't know he had range in his voice because he's so monotone most of the time. Zendaya, I would say, is the one I think is miscast.
I like Zendaya.
I think she's fine, but I don't see her as like this battle-hardened warrior.
I see her acting, though.
Yeah, her acting is great. I mean, I watched the whole series of Euphoria, and she's a fantastic actor. Like, she can act when she's got a good script.
I just think of her as like in Euphoria or like in Challengers. It's like versions of the same kind of like hard-assy but sexy woman.
And she's like that in Spider-Man, too.
And yeah, but in this, she's fully wrapped into the like everyone. Now I really need to know the race of these people. The Iraqis. No, it's Arrakis. And they're Iraqi.
Are they Iraqis?
No, they're not.
No,
there's a name for their tribe that's
this
different.
This is fucking
the
Fremen. The Fremen. The Iraqis.
They're from Arrakis. So that's where I got
Yeah,
there.
but Iraqis are
the
from
Iraqis,
Iraq.
I understand. Like Operation Desert Storm.
Oh, really?
or Operation Iraqi Freedom. That was the sequel.
Or
you might have seen it in the film Warfare.
yes. Or every American propaganda film ever.
American Sniper, starring Benedict Cumberbatch. Wait,
Cumbersnatch?
No, it's Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper, yes. That movie sucked. The movie starts off with him in like a bar wearing a cowboy hat, and I was like, this is going to be some American bullshit.
I was on Reddit, and a lot of people are posting their top 20. I think when you're a Letterboxd Pro member, you can make a top 20 list, or maybe they're just making a list of 20 movies. Anyways, in his top 4, this guy had 13 hours outside of Benghazi, and I was like, can't respect this guy. This guy's got opinions I don't want to interact with.
He's a true patriot, Michael. Come on. Okay.
Dune's on a perfect movie.
It's on the it's
easy,
amazing. If you haven't seen fucking Dune, man, what are you doing?
I think the Academy made a mistake not running the awards for Dune Part 2. I think they're waiting to do a Return of the King type thing, where the third Dune movie is the one where they rake home all the like acting and Best Picture awards.
I almost am like really interested because after I watching this film, I like deep dived into the lore on YouTube, and I'm kind of interested how they're going to pull it off.
Because it's not really built to be a trilogy.
No,
is it? It's this ongoing.
No, it's an ongoing thing. But the story of Paul gets weird.
Yeah,
and I'm almost like it's probably going to disconnect the audience a little bit.
I mean, it's already been really,
but it's really
weird.
Fucking weird, and it's still a phenomenon. I don't know. You never know, I guess, in this day and age. But what hits and what doesn't, you know?
He must fight a warrior and return his water to the well. I want to shout out Mother Bear in Dune. She's also great.
Oh, the what did you say that this film was in? What category? Hot for mommy?
Too long, but hot for mommy. That's Dune Part 1. Dune Part 1 has the section where they wander in the woods and there's this weird, or wander through the sand and there's this weird like eroticism between Paul and his mother. But what is the other movie in Too Long and Hot for Mommy? Oh, Beau is Afraid.
Yes. Obviously the biggest mommy lover movie.
But Rebecca Ferguson, much respect. She's great in these films.
Yeah, she's fantastic. All right, moving on to the King of Comedy, a Martin Scorsese joint.
The King of Comedy. One of my personal favorite Scorsese films. You're the Scorsese guy.
I do live and die by Scorsese.
So we have Scorsese with The King of Comedy as well as Casino on this list. And I just want to say, and we also have a couple Coen Brothers movies on this list as well. I will say there was a period of time where I was concerned with the glut of maybe having too many of one filmmaker showing up on the perfect movie list.
Sure.
But as we've inducted more movies and things have moved on and I've just expanded and tried to fill in my gaps of like famous filmmakers and some of their best movies that I've watched, I've realized I like what I like, and fuck it, if Martin Scorsese has 8 5-star classics,
Yeah.
then they're going on the perfect movie list.
Right.
I think for the King of Comedy, it's my personal favorite, but what is your opinion on it? Where do you land on that? Do you think it's worthy of a spot on the list?
So, number one, I love Rob De Niro, and this is a very different role for him.
That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, and number two, Scorsese basically makes the same movie every time he makes a movie. So it was kind of nice as well. This along with Taxi Driver, they're just different, and they're self-contained, and they're not as grandiose as most of Scorsese's works. The King of Comedy didn't hit as hard for me, though. I know you love this film to death, but this one I think had a lot of great moments, and it kind of sucks that I watched The Joker before I watched this movie.
I was going to say, it inspired the best film of the 21st century, according to a lot of smart, intelligent people. What is the guy that says he was mad because not Hereditary, but Parasite won the Oscar?
And not The Joker.
Over the film The Joker!
Jesus Christ. Did that guy have a beard, a neck beard down to his ball sack? Yeah.
He looked exactly what you would think.
The King of Comedy and The Joker are very much the same film. The King of Comedy is much better than The Joker, granted. But I think it kind of sullied my view on the film. And I was almost like, oh, man, I already know the story.
There's just so many great touches. I love, it's so real, and I think this is my favorite scene in the movie, is when he's having his little imagination session at home, where he's imagining meeting the comedian. And he's already sitting at dinner with him, and he's like, Jerry's gonna ask him to take over the show for 6 weeks, and he's like, "Come on, what do you want from me?"
Yeah.
And he's having this just totally outlandish imagination session, but it's so real. This feels like that's how people imagine. It's how you imagined yourself as a kid.
And it's even more heightened because he's a grown man and he's just totally detached from reality. And that kind of goes along with the film where it's you don't know what's real and what's not. That's kind of a cliche at this point, but with this film it was probably kind of groundbreaking, at least that concept. And so you follow him along, and he just has so much charisma to him.
Yeah, and when that scene starts, you're like, is this a time jump? What happens?
Right.
And it cuts back to him, pretending in his home.
Right. So, I mean, he has, this allure to him that allows people to come, or gravitate towards him, but at the same time, once they start talking to him, they're something's off with this guy, and I don't really want to fuck with him, kind of thing. And I like that. And it's very much, too, kind of like Taxi Driver as well, with Travis Bickle and his whole story, and how he has this very warped view on the world. And
two different takes on the isolated man.
Yes, and he has this very much so grandiose view of himself, where he feels like I'm the hero, I'm the chosen one, kind of thing.
I'm the Avenger.
Yeah, and so the King of Comedy, I think it's a well-made film. There's some really great shots in this. I really love the scene where he's walking down Times Square, and it's literally them just guerrilla-style filming Times Square, and people are reacting to them. And there's some of that in Taxi Driver as well, and I just kind of love that. It's just really such an old classic style of filmmaking, and I think it's great. I don't think it's going to be perfect, but I'll let you kind of
I think it's got to be unanimous, so we're going to put it in A. We're going to have to put some of these somewhere else, which I think we have.
I was more inclined to put it in B, but I know you.
We're putting it in A.
I know you hold this film in high regard, so I didn't want to burst your bubble there, buddy.
We could put it in B. How's that look? I don't like it. There's no way you're telling me this movie is worse than The King of Comedy. If we're going to put everything everywhere all at once at A, then this got to go in B. Otherwise, they're both in B. All of these are in B.
Okay.
There's no way you're telling me this is a worse movie than these.
Put it in A.
Men. The only reason we put this on this list is because it has the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in the last 10 minutes.
Yes. Put it in D. Fuck it. Put it in D. This movie, I don't like this movie.
I don't like it. It was a thinker, and I just watched it, and we had to think about it.
That's one of the ones where I'm like, why did we do that? But then it's because it had that crazy fucking scene at the end, the only good fucking scene.
And I think
that wasn't really that good, but still.
And it's a Alex Garland directed movie. Who did Warfare? Who you're been talking to me personally about how you love it, and Annihilation, which is another thing on our Purgatory list to cover. I think we respected the filmmaker, and we watched it, and we were kind of like, what? But maybe we needed it to cook a little, but it cooked a little, and it was a rotten egg.
I will say, if it had anything going for it, it's a beautiful movie. The movie looks incredible.
It's beautiful. The two main performances are well acted. It's not that it's not worth your time.
There's some creepy moments. I mean, the moment where she's jogging through the tunnel, genuinely eerie and creepy.
It's not that it's not worth your time, but I think the reason we even considered it being possible is that it was so strange that we needed to think about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But it is not going to be on the list. I'm going to move the cat real quick.
Shit.
All right, I think that's enough said about men.
It's really a movie for the boys.
It's a movie about boys, kind of.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a movie for the boys. There's different movies for the boys. Movies that are for the boys. Animal House.
Animal House. 300.
Just fucking listen to our stuff last month. Why are we talking about movies for the boys? Men. It's in D. All right, our next one. This is from our second episode, so this is probably our longest waiting.
Yeah.
Purgatory. Shawshank Redemption has been sitting in Purgatory for a while.
And I can't remember why we put it in Purgatory.
I think I said, I don't know if this is when I coined the tingle or if it was later, but I think I said I like it a lot, but I don't think it's a perfect movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The more I marinate on it, I think I respect what it's trying to do, and just the like good-heartedness and sort of in a very dour situation, which this is a prison movie. It holds, it's like holding a candle through the darkness.
Yeah.
Type beat.
A little glimmer of hope there, buddy.
Get some suds for the boys.
Also, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman's great. I love Tim Robbins the more
Tim
I see
Robbins
of him.
is awesome. Yeah.
It's the most popular movie, highest rated movie on IMDb. So the people of it.
Yeah. It's a certified hood classic.
Certified hood classic. You know, the one parallel I would put, and this is a movie that we did with a guest who I think also weighed our voting a little bit, which I'm not mad at. I could put this hand in hand with Robin Williams.
The school movie.
I
know what you're. I know exactly. What
I was about to say Dallas Buyers Club.
That's a totally different film.
Which is way off. Dead Poet Society.
Yes.
Kind of a piece.
Yeah, they both have that Hallmark kind of feel to it, but it's still like very serious subject matter.
90s earnestness.
Yeah.
And drama.
I would say you could even put Forrest Gump in the same category as that.
Forrest Gump is way sillier than
it's sillier, but it has serious and heartfelt moments. I mean, there's a whole segment in Vietnam, and people are getting their legs blown off.
I agree.
You know, Shawshank Redemption is a timeless film. Mm-hmm. It's something I will go back to. It's something that I hold very near and dear.
Does that mean you want to put it on the perfect movie list?
I say we put it on the P.
You know what's funny is I was gonna advocate putting it on the A, but I'm not hooked into that. I like that we have Shawshank on the perfect movie list. Let's put it up there.
Now it's time for my Morgan Freeman impression.
I'm not held tight. Lego Movie.
Wait, my Morgan Freeman impression.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because Kalen tried this, so go back to episode 2, and his Morgan Freeman impression was really bad. So about 2.5 years later.
Now those sisters took Tim Robbins behind something, the bleachers, and didn't they do something to him? Morgan Freeman, let me tell you a story.
That boy was tall.
He was kind of like Dick riding Tim Robbins' character the entire movie.
Like, let me tell you.
One day he got us all beer. We were all drinking and having a good time, and he just sat there looking at us.
They became outlaw friends in Mexico.
They did. They did. As you do after you escape prison.
R.I.P. the old man that had the bird and killed himself in the apartment.
That was a very...
made me sad.
Yeah, sweet scene, but somber.
The Lego Movie. Let's take a left turn. Kalen, I can see it on his face, which you cannot see. Not thrilled with the concept of putting the Lego Movie. Let me tell you. Lego Movie is better than Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Okay.
But I just have a feeling that you're going to shit on Spirited Away, and you're going to put Lego Movie higher than Spirited Away.
We'll get a handshake agreement? I really cape for the Lego Movie, and I hadn't watched it in years. And I took some psychedelics, and I watched the Lego Movie.
Okay, so, but you had a heightened experience.
I understand, but that's not... I would have loved it if I didn't have that.
Right.
It's just that I returned to it, and I had fond memories, and I was like, everything is awesome. Everything is better when you're part of a team.
Everything is better when you do drugs, kids.
No, but I don't really think that's the problem. I really think as far as like a stylistic experience,
sure,
and like everything involved with like I also love Legos as a kid. I love the textures that's on all the little Lego sets and the little thumbprints and smudges and how detailed everything is.
I will say Lego Movie walked so Spider-Verse could run.
Yes.
Artistically.
Lego Movie walked so Barbie could run.
Yes.
Lego Movie like really ran the template for this.
Battleship walked or sailed so Lego Movie could run.
Transformers walked so Battleship could sink so Lego Movie could fly.
Yes.
R.I.P. Rihanna's acting career. We didn't see much of her after this.
No.
I would honestly put the Lego Movie on the perfect list. I love the tone. I realize it is doing too much, but that's like the whole thing. Is it's all like zip zap zoop.
I do appreciate it from that artistic standpoint though, where it is so much. There's so much detail. Number one, to animate those fucking Lego bricks and have all those moving components together, like it's crazy.
And that the script has so many jokes, but also every frame is loaded with all these background jokes that you can get into the next time you watch them.
But then
it's like George Lucas talking about Phantom Menace. It's so dense.
It's so good. It's like Red Tails.
Every frame is so dense.
Maybe I should make Red Tails into a Lego film. That'll be my next project.
I'm working on my personal films at home.
Also, Chris Pratt. Gross. I'm just kidding.
He's fine as...
Was this his first take at voice acting?
He's literally like supposed to be NPC character the man.
I'm kidding. I know you love the Lego Movie there. Calm down.
Look. We got to put it on the list. The Lego Movie is a seminal, like a whole decade of animation has been spawned from the Lego Movie doing the thing that it did.
I get it.
And even if you don't like the experience to watch the movie, I think it's...
I think I'm shitting on it too hard. I do understand the appeal of this film. It's pretty cool.
I guess talk to me into what are the flaws.
It's not that it's really a flaw, but I just think that, I don't know, it just didn't hit for me like a lot of animated films do. I think that there's a lot of Pixar films that are way better than Lego Movie. I still think Ratatouille should have been on the Purgatory list.
Did we not put it on the Purgatory list?
We didn't. And that's okay, because I love Ratatouille, and I think that's one of the greatest, at least CG animated films. Best Pixar, one of the best Pixar films ever made. It's a lot of heart. Lego Movie just didn't hit me in the feels, I guess. That's kind of how I judge some of these animated films. It's like, I like the feels that these animated movies give me.
It does get me. The dad stuff is stupid and overdone. Will
Ferrell's the dad, right?
Yeah, but I actually do like that part at the end.
Sure.
Because they're sowing the seeds for that the whole time. The whole film that you don't really... It never cuts out into the real world. But in the last, like, if you haven't seen the Lego Movie, spoilers, I guess. But, you know, it cuts to the real world and we see the boy playing with the set. And he's, like, working through the fact that dad's always gone and doing work. But you're not supposed to go down and...
This is dad's little plaything. Like, dad still has that little glimmer of, like, childlike, you know, essence to him. But he's holding it in.
So there's this Matrix action film wrapped around like a short story about a dad reconnecting with his son over Lego.
I will say that this movie could have been made an entirely different way and been completely shit. So I will say that the fact that they pulled it off is an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah, you've licensed the Lego Movie. Congrats. What the fuck?
And you made a coherent and interesting and stylistically beautiful film. It's cool.
Everything is awesome.
Put it on the list, Michael.
Everything is perfect when it's on the list. Everything is awesome. So you just earned yourself me being a lot kinder.
Try again.
You just earned yourself me being a lot kinder during our Spirited Away discussion.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it.
Because I was.
Thanks for throwing me a bone there, buddy.
Uncomfortable. Casino.
Another Martin Scorsese joint.
You know, I'm realizing our tier list is just turning us to being nice about movies.
Yeah.
But that's fine because we like all these movies.
Yeah. Are we turning into like Chris Stuckman where he won't give a bad review for anything?
I don't think that's true because we've shitted on movies before. We just don't. It's self-selected. It's not like we're reviewing every new release. If I was reviewing every new release, I would be very annoyed with a lot of things.
And it helps to have talked about these films already. It's true. You know? Casino is one of my all-time favorites. I don't think I'd put it on the list, though.
Really? Because I was about to say the opposite.
Oh, my fuck. You bastard. How dare you?
I'm really ready to put a bunch
Michael
of these movies
is the king
on
of subverting my expectations. And so he always manages to like find ways to like say things that are just completely surprising to me. I thought you would have agreed with me on that.
You know, I'm just glad I can still surprise you after all these years.
After 18 years, you still surprise me.
Okay, what I was going to say, which is the same thing I said about King of Comedy, is I think the main reason Casino ended up on the Purgatory list is me saying it's too much like Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And there is certainly an element of getting the band back together in Casino that is like a little bit of a retread of Goodfellas.
Yes.
But I do think the Sharon Stone dynamic and the role
She
in that whole plot
kills it in this
She
movie.
kills it, and it's very different than a lot of Scorsese
Yeah.
movies, and certainly different than Goodfellas. And
I honestly think the movie this is most like is Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
I think there's several scenes that I think of that I won't forget in the same way that there's several
The desert scene. It's one of the best scenes ever.
You love the desert scene. I love you made me put your head. You see me making you put your head in a fucking vice.
A fucking head in the vice
For this guy?
for this fucking prick.
That's like the Casino's version of one of them looks that way, one of them looks the other way. You know?
Do you like my painting?
You know, F it. If Martin Scorsese has 8 or 9 5-star classics, I think we can put them all on the list.
The thing is with his films that like really, I don't know why I am so gravitated towards them, because I just can't keep my eyes off of it. And then also too, it's such a deep and coherent narrative that it's like it flows so well. He's the master of flow.
Yeah.
You know? And so like you almost don't want them to end sometimes.
This one is clocking near 3 hours once again, which
Yeah.
is usually a thing I hold against a movie. He made Killers of the Flower Moon, which was nearly 4 hours. I had to stop just from pure stamina, but like it was great. It's amazing. I've been thinking recently that I want to rewatch it, and also that it was such an atrocity that it did not get like Academy Award recognition hardly at all.
I know.
I'm
What
like,
the fuck?
like this is one of Scorsese's better films. It's about important subject matter, and it's fucking impeccable. How is this not getting recognized?
Right. In Casino, and this is why I compare it to Wolf of Wall Street, it's like the precursor to Wolf of Wall Street. It's an epic.
Right.
You know? And the amount of shit that's going on at one time on the screen sometimes, I mean, they built a whole casino for this film.
Right.
There's just so much, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I think it is
I mean, look at it. Yeah.
It's just an incredible looking film. We forgot to mention Robert De Niro's fits,
Oh, yeah. He's dripped out.
which are incredible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of I think it can go on the list.
The setting is amazing.
I love to I just really think
I just think the reason why I wasn't as inclined to put it on the list before was that we already put Goodfellas on. I know we reviewed Casino way before we did Goodfellas, but Goodfellas is like the godfather, no pun intended, of this type of film that Scorsese makes.
Yeah.
And so, but now that I'm like, we're kind of digging into it a little bit more, I do see that it is its own thing.
Yeah.
But also it's like, yeah, it's the precursor to Wolf of Wall Street. It has so many different elements, but that's what he does, and he's a master at it. So fuck it.
And I like to be like a positivity podcast. Not that we have to be corny about it, but like it's okay to like things.
Yes.
It's good to like
Yes.
things. It's actually good to focus more on the things you enjoy than the things that you don't like.
It's good to like things until it becomes at the expense of others. That's why we talk about the Snyder cult and different things like that. Like,
You don't see people,
raging
being
out over
racist
Casino.
on the internet because I like Casino.
I don't know. I might start talking some crazy shit about you know who's after watching Joe Pesci and this shit. But
But I want to put it on the list, and as I've dug into, like I've been digging into some of the bigger, filmmakers of sort of the modern era. And like I've watched a couple Michael Mann movies, who's the director of like Heat and Thief and a few others. And I watch those and I'm like, sure, but I don't actually love it.
Right.
I get down with Scorsese movies in many different, in his many different like variations. Like we put Silence on our perfect movie list, and we have Goodfellas on there, and I think we have one more Scorsese. I might be wrong, but I think Casino can go up there with
Gangs
them.
of New York?
It was not Gangs of New York, which I still enjoy. Like
it's a good movie. It's fun, but it's stupid.
It's less good.
It's like Scorsese. He's one of those directors where it's like I will literally watch anything he makes.
Yeah. Well, especially now because it's like, I mean,
he's up there.
He's on the doorstep, and we're not wishing ill on Scorsese. We'd love to keep him around as long as possible and working as long as possible, as long as he wants to.
I think I heard he's got one more film coming out with DiCaprio as the lead.
And he gives back. Like he's producer on the Safdie brother projects.
Yes.
And, like he produces a lot of projects for like younger filmmakers.
Am I wrong?
Uprising.
Or is he's an avid anti-Trumper, isn't he?
I mean, I don't actually know, but you're probably right.
It's either, I think I'm mixing him up with De Niro, but that was another like, yeah, that's my guy right there. But anyways.
Big Bob. All right. Now we're getting to this is like the Michael portion of our list because we have Inside Llewyn Davis, Oh Brother Where Art Thou, and Banshees of Inisherin and back to back to back.
So if you missed it, we have a whole month dedicated to Coen Brothers films. We did No Country for Old Men, Inside Llewyn Davis, Oh Brother Where Art Thou,
Hudsucker Proxy.
We've done a lot of
Fargo.
Coen Brother. Yep, Fargo. And then we did
Raising Arizona.
Well, we did that, but before Coen Brothers month, I think. And then we also did our recent one,
Blood Simple.
We've done a lot of Coen Brothers.
We've watched most of them.
Most of them.
Few that we haven't.
I would say between the two of us, some of our favorite directors ever.
I mean, between the Coens and Scorsese, I think that's individually our favorites. I
Yes.
think I love the Coens and you love Scorsese.
I also love the Coen Brothers, though, too. No Country for Old Men, one of my favorite movies ever. Inside Llewyn Davis, though. This one didn't really hit the mark for me. I liked many things in this movie. The music is great. I was going to call him Pedro Pascal, but that's pretty racist.
That's pretty fucking racist. Let me look. Wait, hold on. Let me Google the star of Inside Llewyn Davis because I'm forgetting his name too. It might be Pedro Pascal. That dude's in everything. That's fine.
It's not. It's our boy Poe Dameron.
Oh, it's Poe Dameron.
Oscar Isaac.
It's Oscar Isaac.
Wow, we have two movies on this list with Oscar Isaac too.
Yeah.
Anyways, Oscar Isaac, he's a great actor. I really love him. He's awesome. I think our views are a little bit tainted because of the Star Wars, and people associate him with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that sucks because he's so good. And I really love his performance in this movie as well.
So, Kalen, this is where I'm going to stump once again. This is my Lego movie number 2. I guess.
Oh, Jesus.
Look, and you're not in the minority. I think most people, this is not among their favorite Coen Brothers projects. And there's so many great Coen Brothers projects, it's hard for me to pick a favorite. Any given day, I might give you a different answer. But this one touches me, okay? Because a lot of people, like James Mangold's about to make 4 Beatles movies.
Yeah.
He just made the Bob Dylan movie. Bob Dylan makes a cameo at the end of this film.
Yeah.
A Star is Born, et cetera, et cetera. There are many films, many adaptations about the success.
Yeah.
A successful artist, a star. This is a movie about the guy that can't figure it out and is never going to make it and will not make it.
Yeah. And that's the most interesting aspect of the movie.
And there's few things that resonate harder with me than, so there's a little bit of a Yellow Brick Road situation where he's trying to get to, I think it's Detroit or Chicago. It's Chicago to meet this producer. And he sits down with them and he plays this soulful song and he plays it so well. And the producer looks at him, played by F. Murray Abraham, a great actor.
Yeah.
He says, "Yeah, I'm thinking there's no money in this."
Yeah.
It's so real. I don't know. This film, I think that's what it gets at. It's the like crushed soul aspect. And not that I like live in that daily, but I can identify with that.
Right.
And that I think that's a part that goes so unacknowledged. And I like that it feels real. And it's like this guy, he has a baby, like, you know, he's about to have a baby by another guy's wife.
Yeah.
He's just, floating from couch to couch. He's trying to achieve his dream, but you see through his, like, character flaws that, like, he is the person shooting himself in the foot all this time. Tragedy has befallen him, but he's also, because his partner died.
Yeah.
But he's also, like, just never going to do that because he has such a narrow vision of what it looks like to be successful, and he wants to do it his own way. And, like, I think there's some things to admire in that, and there's also some things to take away from that is, like, well, why are we doing this?
Sure.
Even the mean producer says some race shit to him and is like, maybe stay out the sun and I can put you in a trio.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I work alone.
Right.
You know? And it's just his, I identify with the flaws and the short-sightedness and his desire to keep a cat safe.
Yeah.
I find this movie so lovely. And I'm not even the biggest fan of the kind of folk music that's being played. I'm probably a bigger fan than you are. And I just admire Oscar Isaac's performance, where he is performing all those songs as well.
Right.
And you watch them, and I think you go, well, this guy could. Like, he's talented.
And you're
enough.
like, you're hopeful that by the end of the movie, he's going to make it big, you know?
And that's why I love at the end of the movie is the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And it goes, hey, buddy, there's a guy out back, and he just gets his ass kicked in an alley the same way he started.
I mean, as you're going through these slides, it looks great. The movie is really, really beautiful. It's very gray, and it's cold. And
Roddy Deacon's joint.
Yeah, and you really feel that in the movie. It's a very sad film, I would say. It's dour for the most part. And I think that's kind of what it wasn't my tipping point, but it was more so maybe I just wasn't in the mood at the time I watched it. Granted, I did only watch it the one. But
it's deeply sad. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just going to say that maybe I will go back to this and I will have a different mindset on it. But yeah.
It's deeply sad, but I also find it, like so many Coen Brothers scripts, moment to moment, like pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love when Carey Mulligan's screaming at him about having a baby and how you should have worn double condoms because you are shit.
Yeah. They are the kings of side characters, and those side characters' dialogue is always great. Yeah, I love the Coens. They're awesome. We didn't even say Big Lebowski. We did that one.
Big Lebowski. That's the one we were missing from Coen Brothers Month.
And we put that on the perfect movie list. It's one of my favorite movies ever.
The ones I believe we have on the list are Big Lebowski, Fargo, and No Country.
Yes. I want to put Inside Llewyn Davis at B, just because B is looking kind of lonely there. But I know you love it, so I'm willing to
Kalen seeing me looking
meet you
bad.
kind of halfway. Go to A.
So it's not going to be on the list.
I don't want to put it on the list.
All right, sir.
Personally.
So I'm not going to fight you. Inside Llewyn Davis we'll go to B tier, just because it's feeling lonely. That's fine. Fucking Everything Everywhere All at Once is a better movie than Inside. Get the hell out of here. All right. This is why tier maker's good for content, because then you look at it and you're like, that looks wrong.
Maybe, okay.
That looks wrong.
I'm willing to switch spots then. If
I think
we can put Everything Everywhere All at Once in B, because
And
we both
Inside
kind of
at A?
split on that. I'm willing to do that.
I like Everything at B and then these three at A. That looks right to me. These seem like peers.
Yeah.
Flawed, but great.
Yeah. I know there's some people who would be mad at Everything Everywhere All at Once.
There's some people who can see the Lego movie in the P list and go out, Ooga.
Right next to Shawshank Redemption? Are you crazy?
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou is our next film. Kalen, I know you didn't love this. It was a personal favorite of mine. It does not rank among my favorite Coen Brother movies anymore.
I want to put it on C.
I think C's a good spot for it. It's a movie I like a lot, and just remember that Everything Except for Men, I think we co-sign pretty heavily.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun to be had in this movie.
For sure. Yeah.
It's if Inside Llewyn Davis was great, this one's brown.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, it's a fantastic cast too.
George Clooney.
The big three, John Turturro.
John Turturro.
Amazing. I love him.
Yeah.
He's great.
But, I mean, as if we're ranking like my personal rankings of the Coen brothers, this is, I think, my first Coen brothers movie, so that might be part of why it hits so strong.
Did we do Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
We have not.
What's the actor from that movie and this one? Ballad of Buster Scruggs. What's the actor's name? I totally forget.
I'm about to call him Thomas Hayden Church, and that is not right.
He's got a very distinct face.
Who's gonna race to get it first? I think this guy also
Jim
shows.
Blake Nelson.
Yes, I knew it was a 3-man name. I knew it was.
Also, John Goodman is like he's a regular in Coen Brothers films, and he's awesome.
John Goodman.
Everybody loves John Goodman.
If you see him in a Coen Brothers movie, he's gonna probably be in the best scene.
He's gonna probably be super unhinged too.
I want to cut back to when Lewin is riding with him, and he just keeps telling boring stories and then whacking him with his cane. He said, "You'll be interested in this, Elwin." I love
the look of the film too.
The look of the film. This is kind of like our if you're watching the video, Sinners.
Yeah.
There's a man that they bring on their trek across town across the country.
He was a bluesman, right?
He was, and he tells the story that I sold my soul to the devil at the crossroads, and that's why I'm so good with this banjo right now, or this guitar, he says. It's a great looking movie. It's a really fun movie. It's still, like, I would say, one of the best.
Yes.
Where it's a high bar to be perfect. I like it at sea. It's just not going to be everyone's cup.
We also did True Grit. I'm forgetting all these.
True Grit's the one that I don't like.
Yeah,
True Grit would be indeed.
I like that one. I don't understand why people don't like True Grit. It's a great Western. I don't know. I don't get it.
And I haven't been bored watching a Coen Brothers movie like often.
Okay. No, I mean, it's fun.
I don't know why.
I think we all argued about this when we did review.
Me and Kayla ganged up on you, I think is what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened, as it always happens.
All right. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou's at sea. If you're on audio, you can always check out the video. Ooh. Banshees of Inisherin. Now, this was a newer one, I think, when it got put on there.
Yes, and I put it on the list, man.
You love it as much as me?
It's like
all right, I wish you had video because we're about to do a Predator handshake. I didn't know if
you son of a bitch.
I didn't know if I'd have to argue with you about this one.
Put it on the list. It's such a beautiful movie. It's got so much heart, even though it's like there are goofier moments. The characters are great. The feel of the town is so cozy. It makes you just want to cuddle up with a nice little blanket and watch it. It's great, man.
This and Inside Llewyn Davis, I think, would make a great double feature.
You think so?
Because it's both about striving musical artists.
Yes.
And what they're going to do to achieve their goals.
Yes.
And then they're both kind of these sad but funny films about, like, what is the soul of an artist is essentially what Inside Llewyn Davis is about. And Banshees of Inisherin is more about, and what makes a man, what is a legacy.
Right.
You have Brendan Gleeson's character who says, my legacy will be this music that I'm going to make.
Yes.
And I'm going to leave it behind because Beethoven and Mozart, we all remember them.
Right.
And Colin Farrell's like, I don't give a fuck about Mozart or Beethoven.
I just remember you because you're nice.
Yeah. And his whole thing is like, no, it's the memories you make along the way and the people that know that you know and how you treat them.
And you just feel so bad for Colin Farrell throughout the entire movie. Who's just like, damn. Because I think about this, like, our friendship. If you were to do that to me one day, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I'm going to go make a real podcast that's really successful without
you. If you come near my podcast, I'm going to cut off my dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would get sad about that, dude. Yeah, it's on the list. I really love it. I actually was planning on watching this again sometime soon because it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, please check it out.
It's a personal fave, and I saw it in the theaters, but it is just such a, for a sad movie, it's such a warm blanket because you go and you see all these wide shots of the island of Inisherin, and just being in this like untouched old Irish land just feels so cozy.
Also, Barry Keoghan. That was my first time ever seeing him in anything, and he's awesome. I love him. He's a great actor.
Carrie Condon, who plays Colin Farrell's sister. That's kind of the big four.
Yeah.
And I was very upset when she also didn't win the Oscar for that, and they gave it to Jamie Lee Curtis from Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I'm like, there's no way Jamie Lee Curtis gave a better performance than
I
Carrie
love how
Condon.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is kind of the dark horse right now. Like,
I mean, I hate to be the contrarian, but it really does feel like, I don't know, people wanted to celebrate it. I like that it is this reintroduction of Hee Kwan and this like celebration of Asian Americans.
Yeah.
Or like Chinese Americans specifically. But that's not reason enough to give it.
well, it's the same with Black Panther. We love what Black Panther is doing, but it's not a great film.
Also, in the Jamie Lee Curtis example, that's not what it's doing.
No.
It's giving a white woman this award, which is fine, but it was definitely a Lifetime Achievement Award and not an award for her role in this. And like Carrie Condon in Banshees of Inisherin is so central and so great.
Also, I really love Brendan Gleeson too. He's great in everything that he's in. That's why I want you to keep watching Harry Potter because he shows up. Yeah, but he's awesome. So yeah, I'm glad it's on the list. I'm glad that we could come together for this one. It's like the Avengers.
That made me really happy.
Good. I'm glad.
Thanks, Kalen.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk to Me.
Ooh boy.
Wait, that's the title of the film. I wasn't giving you
Talk to me, baby.
Talk to Me, which is a horror movie by Danny, and I think it's Michael Filippo. They're about to have a new film coming out called Give Her Back.
Give Her Back, yeah.
Is that what it's
Another
called?
A24.
It was during our horror films. I don't think we came straight out of the theater, but this was a like recently watched thing, so I think that's part of the reason I'm up on there.
I don't think it was talked about enough. And I don't think...
Ironic for a film called Talk to Me.
Yeah. And you would think this would be a hit in theaters, right?
It did pretty decent.
Did it do okay? Because I feel like this came out during the same time. Was it the Barbie and Oppenheimer thing? It came out around the same time?
It was more towards the fall.
Okay.
I think it was like a late August, September.
I was going to say, because if anything came out during that time, it got completely overshadowed.
It didn't need to do all that business to make its money back. I think it did
Right.
well enough.
But I think it cemented these guys as like they were former YouTubers, and basically put them into Horror Hall of Fame. And we're just like, okay, now we're looking out for these guys. If they're going to drop a horror movie, we're going to be in that theater watching it. This movie is brutal, man, and it's just so dark, and it really handles, like, you can tell this is made by younger people because they handle the younger person subject matter good. Like, usually I cringe when they introduce social media and stuff in films and they have people doing TikToks and stuff, but I was like, this movie found a way to do it right. And the whole concept is like, it's this viral thing that they're doing, and I just thought it was executed brilliantly. The final like 20 minutes of this movie are crazy, and you get like a Event Horizon scene out of nowhere, and it's one of those movies that really sticks with you after you watch it. I literally, like, my stomach churned when the brothers started like smashing his head, and like there's just different scenes like that. The visuals are so uncanny and gross and weird, and it's great.
It's in the horror genre of like curse films.
Yeah.
Which I think when done well are maybe the most terrifying. Like, I would put this alongside like The Witch. Completely different context.
Yeah.
From the most modern to the most like old world.
Yeah.
But as far as storyline and impact on the characters we see, is like pretty fucking similar.
Yeah, that could be a great companion piece too, if you want to watch two films like that.
And both movies, although I don't think we've covered The Witch, like The Witch I would probably put on a perfect movie list.
It's so funny because this movie in the hands of any other director, think about this movie in the hands of James Wan.
Would be a problem.
It would be a completely different thing. It would be just like the subtle little things that you get in this. It just, I don't know. It couldn't be done by anybody else, really. And I'm just so excited to see what these guys do next. Hopefully they drop another banger. It could be an Ari Aster thing, though. We never know.
And it even does the cliche that is so tired of, like, it's really about drama.
Yeah.
It's a horror film, but it's really about
But
drama.
you know why that works? Because you actually care about the characters.
Yeah, and that it's... the trauma is the reason that this entity, So Talk to Me, is a movie where we kind of open the portal to the other realm through doing this TikTok challenge and this thing, and then this entity attaches to our main character and is basically torturing her. And her is that she's recently lost her mother, and so she starts by like it starts by them showing themselves as like her mother,
Right.
and that she's getting to reconnect with her mother. She's believing she's seeing the other side, but no, she's really with
Right.
this whatever demon or whatever that's latched onto her, and that's really like the tragedy and what makes it work.
You know what could be another good companion piece to this movie? It Follows.
Yeah.
Be another good one. And that movie is not talked about enough either. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Talk to Me, please check it out. It's a great Halloween flick. Maybe save it for that season. But great film.
Are we putting it on the P?
So that's the question that we haven't got.
That's the question. I think when I sat down, I was planning to put it in the A. But if we both love it a lot, do we put it in perfect movie? It's like, it's so new, I'm almost afraid to put it on there.
But you could say the same about Dune.
You could say the same about Dune. You could say the same about Banshees, probably.
I say for a first try, put it on the list, man. It's crazy that they were like these YouTuber guys. It hasn't really happened before, at least not in that kind of context, where they totally break the mold and they go for something completely different.
Because if you watch their YouTube videos, it's like...
They're like slapstick guys, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty silly.
Yeah. So, I mean, they have a vision, and I'm excited to see what they do next. It's a perfect movie.
It's more like, if you ever seen like the Corridor Digital videos. Like,
Yeah.
it's something pretty silly, generally. All right, we have 2 more films. Annihilation, which we have just recently watched. I think where I land on it, this movie really like Event Horizon when I watched it as a teen, just kind of fucked me up.
Yeah.
After watching it. But the more I rewatch it, I think I land on it has a really great ending.
Yeah.
But the other 85 minutes, I'm more like, this is pretty good. With some spikes.
Yeah.
Some spikes of interest. There's definitely some peak scenes. But the somberness and sort of low-key energy of everything, I find myself kind of just disassociating for a lot of it.
Because you would think that there would be more urgency to what they're doing, but then again, you have to think, okay, so what does this thing do when they're inside of it? It kind of makes everything dreamlike, and it makes your reality is warped a little bit.
But that's the thing. Everyone's like that outside
Yeah,
of there,
so
too.
then it's like, okay, well...
It'd be different if they went in there,
Right.
and everyone either was more catatonic or more heightened.
Yeah.
But it's like the whole tone of the movie is this: everyone underplays everything, and a lot of things are left unsaid. The whole thing is like Oscar Isaac leaves, and everything's unsaid about he's figured out about Natalie Portman's infidelity.
Yeah.
There's no big argument and fight that's happened. It's all done in a small way, which is fine. I just find it I don't know how else to put it other than I'm a little bit bored.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit bored for most of it.
So then it's I think there's 2 pretty key scenes that always stick out to me. It's the scene where they find the videotape that's in that pool house or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the ending, which is some of the best sci-fi ever.
Yeah.
It really leans into the cosmic horror aspect, very Lovecraftian. I kind of want to put this either in C or B. I do like this movie quite a bit. I do plan to own it on Blu-ray eventually, but I just don't think that. Because then it's I don't think it should go on the same list as Hereditary.
No, I don't like it as much as either of those, or all 3 of those movies in A, which are Hereditary, King Comedy, and Inside Llewyn Davis.
It's a really good fucking film. It's really, really well made. There's some really great scenes. The bear is really awesome. That's something that sticks out to you. Very much so, Talk to Me is, like you were saying, this is a movie that sticks with you after you watch it. I just don't think that the lead up to, or the build up to the ending really hit its mark, but
it's just not the height of, I don't know, being entertaining, which isn't the goal of everything, but it's just so understated.
Also, Natalie Portman, I'm just not the biggest fan as her as lead. Even though this character in general didn't have much range to begin with, I just think she's more or less a wet fish most of the time. But yeah.
All right, our final film on our list is Spirited Away.
Okay.
The Miyazaki joint.
I want you to get your things out first.
I just didn't know what I was getting into when I watched it, and it was a lot darker than I expected. And I think I was expecting like 2 hours of the train sequence in Spirited Away, which is pretty...
You're thinking it's going to be a lo-fi video?
Yeah, basically. Like, I expected something really calming, and what I got was something just...
really bizarre.
Yeah, just kind of a disturbing fairy tale.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an uncut version of like a Grimm's fairy tale.
Yeah.
Except
And that's why it's great.
Miyazaki-fied. I haven't revisited it, so I don't have any updated opinions. I just walked away with that. Like, I could respect everything that I was watching, but I just was never, like, sucked in or enraptured or really feeling anything when I was watching it.
I think from a technical aspect, this film is a masterpiece. Most of it is 2D cell shade animation, so hand-drawn. There are some CG bits here and there, but this movie came out in 2001. Miyazaki just has something with his films. Everybody knows Studio Ghibli. My neighbor Totoro, Ponyo.
Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle, which I love. Princess Mononoke, one of my favorites ever. They just have feels, man. And it's really hard to explain where I just feel the magic. And I feel like Disney, older films kind of had some of that magic too, but it's just like something about Miyazaki's films are so magical. They're so warm, even though they are weird as shit, but it's because it's taking from folklore and different weird things, spirituality, all different types of stuff. It's going to be weird. And it's mixed with this this culture, and you really just feel it. And it's the music, too. It's the music that really draws you in. And you just incredible scores throughout. I just have such a deep connection with these movies where I can understand people who aren't fans, and you're not a big anime guy to begin with.
No.
So I know you get kind of irritated of dubs and stuff, the dub voices and different things like that. They can be kind of goofy. And you can watch this with subtitles, or you can watch the dub version. There's the, there's that whole
subtitled.
But yeah, just pull up some stills of this movie because there's such an incredible art style to it.
Oh, no.
So, honestly, you could just pull up the train one.
Where's the... Oh,
That's Spirited Away. Just look at the shot composition in that. Very Wes Anderson, almost. But yeah, it's just, there's so much detail to the environments, to the facial structures of people. The worlds feel real, and they feel lived in. There's a lot of lore to it. I don't know, man. It's hard to get these types of film feels from any other types of medium. Yeah, I love it, and it's an all-time classic in my book. It's probably one of the best animated films ever made. I don't really have much to say other than that. But I understand people who are not used to this kind of stuff and can be kind of weirded out by it or just not get it. And that's totally understandable. But I think a lot of it also relies on the nostalgia factor. A lot of people grew up with these movies. I didn't. Mm-hmm. I came to this pretty late in my life. My fiance was the one that introduced me to these. And I don't know, I just fell in love with it. And, yeah, I think it still stands the test of time, too. There's no animation quite like it.
Certainly the animation has aged well. I would 100% agree with that. There's no... flaw.
As far as plots go in most of these movies, there's no real plot. I mean, there is a plot, but it's not very engaging. But I think it's the visuals that surround this plot is what makes it work. So, I want to put it on the list. I threw you a bone.
You did.
Just kidding.
You did.
I'm just kidding.
Lego Movie's up there, and I was just looking at it thinking it sticks out a little bit next to the rest of the piece. Spirited Away, I wouldn't even say that's true. We'll put Spirited Away on the perfect movie list. I respect your anime bona fides, and we'll just...
My anime boner?
But we'll, let you use your expertise on this one, because it's not my vibe. But, this is a two-man team.
I think I'm pretty happy with this. How about you?
So, For those that are not watching, we'll just go bottom to top. We had 15 films, and it's funny that we've kind of layered our way down. We have one film in D, and that is Men by Alex Garland. One film in C, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? 2 films in B, Everything Everywhere All at Once, as well as Annihilation. 3 films in A, Hereditary, King of Comedy, and Inside Llewyn Davis. They did not quite make the cut, but we're inducting 7 new films.
Which is a lot more than I thought we were going to do.
Into the perfect movie list. And that would be Dune Part 2, Shawshank Redemption, The Lego Movie, Casino, Banshees of Inisherin, Talk to Me, and Spirited Away. I think the biggest surprise up here for me is probably Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Not that I just didn't think we'd go there.
It's funny because just the visuals still stick out to me to this day. You know what I mean? It's a movie that's obviously stuck with me, and I think that's awesome. And I'm just really excited to see what those guys do next. This was fun, and I want to do more of these. I think next time we're going to do some actress tier lists kind of stuff. That'll be fun. There will probably be more things we could do in the future. So yeah, look forward to those.
We'll probably post this tier list on our Facebook page when the episode goes up.
Yeah.
Check out our YouTube. We're trying to get a little more action and activity on there, getting a little more video content.
For sure. And we don't usually say it, but if you haven't, smash that like button, hit the subscribe. It would mean a lot.
Yeah.
And if you don't...
If you don't, we'll also come to your house and murder you.
Yes,
so
yes.
There's that.
Michael is a skinny white man, and the profile of a serial killer right there. So, be afraid.
And a deep seething anger that's deep under the surface.
Oh, I know, buddy.
Kalen laughs because he knows it's true. He says, ha ha ha, groupings.
Yeah.
I think that's it. We will
Adios.
see you next time.